Basketball, a game of giants. When he had to, he knew all the tricks.
Nobody can pass that ball through the heart of the lane. 6. You want to put on a show here. Here we go.
All right, man, it's showtime. We are at it. Y'all know what it is. Purple and gold skies. Welcome back, boys and girls, to LAKERLAND. 7 Mitchell, ZZ. We are in the building, man. Let me get things right for me and my guy. Here we go. Episode 11. Man, we keep doing it up, ZZ. What's popping, family?
Man, nothing much, man. Just ready to keep going, bro. We're at 11? Dang.
We moving. We are moving. You see my Lakers last night? We moving like LA. We moving like LA, man.
Talk to me about your Lakers. Talk to me about them. Tell me how you feeling.
I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm feeling about what I saw last night a little bit later on in the show. But, man, salute to Laker Nation. Big up to the NBA community, man. And, of course, shout out to our Players' Choice family. We got another unbelievable show on deck, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Players' Choice platform and also join our membership, become a part of the Players' Choice family. Like I said, bro, we got one of them ones tonight, bro. We got to go back in history because history could be made this season with the Los Angeles Lakers organization, bro. So you ready to rock?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, my God, man. Let's talk about it. So the Lakers, bro, I don't know if you know, because I had to do some homework on this. You know, they had some championships, I think 5 of them before 1972 when they won their first in Los Angeles. Now it's like the road to 18. We done had Dr. Buss. We done had Jeanie Buss now, you know, trying to hold things down to make this historic mark along with LeBron James. What's your thoughts on the Lakers as an organization, ZZ? Are they the most polarizing team ever?
I would agree to an extent because the way I see it is like Laker fans have a love-hate, like there's a love-hate relationship there with Laker fans. Like at least for me, I know back in high school, like I had a few friends that were Laker fans, and what made you either loved or you hated them because it was like when the Lakers were doing well, which was a rarity back then. These were back during the later years after Kobe retired. Into when LeBron first got there and tore his groin and then ended up missing the playoffs again. Right. So like back during those times, Laker fans were very optimistic, and every offseason they thought they were going to end up signing the hottest free agent at the time. So yeah, I would say so. I'd say Celtics fans, maybe you can make an argument they're polarizing from like a racial perspective, like a racial discrimination perspective. Like, yeah, that's what they'll be polarizing for me. But like outside of that, Laker fans, bro, like everybody knows a Laker fan, just like everybody knows a Knicks fan. Like, you know, it's just they're in their own tier of annoying, but acceptable.
It's like, to me, when we talk about Boston, like you got to put respect on their name because they got 17 as well. But it's like a lot of their greatness was like way back in the day, like black and white days. Like when we talk about like the Showtime era, the way we love the game of basketball, to me, it's been Los Angeles. Even when they're losing, they always are, you know, just one of those franchises that's always going to be talked about.
Yeah, I feel you. Sorry, somebody asked what jersey I was wearing in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Irvin. Salute the Laker Nation. We see y'all.
Derek Martell Rose jersey. Obviously, if you know me, you know Derrick Rose is my favorite player of all time. So love this jersey. Freaking love this jersey so much. But yeah, anyway, back to what we're talking about. The Celtics and the Lakers are the most interesting rivalry because like I feel like everybody knows the rivalry. They're the most like known rivalry in NBA history. And it's because of this, like if they end up going to they end up going deep into the postseason, like both teams, right? The NBA is going to start milking it. Once the NBA starts milking the possibility of it, you know, like, oh, the Celtics and the Lakers, this could be the year where it's LeBron's year 21. This might be his final year, and he gets to bring a championship to the city of Los Angeles. Like, all of this stuff could end up happening. So,
From a
yeah,
storyline perspective, bro, how fire would that be to have the
it
Lakers
would
and
be
the
fire.
Celtics in the finals, like with the banner 18 on the line? Like that would be so crazy, bro. But I'm
It
gonna keep it
would be.
real since you brought up the rivalry. Like I don't feel it no more. Like,
Mm-mm.
be honest, these two teams are special. These organizations are special, and I feel like they got these stars, and because of other teams like your Golden State Warriors, like you guys have now been rivals to the Lakers, and there's teams now in the Eastern Conference that's more or less rivals to the Boston Celtics, especially because they're not in the same conference. But I really want to see the Lakers and the Celtics bring that hate, that rivalry back some way, somehow. Like right now, while we got LeBron and AD and Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Austin Reeves, Jaylen Brown, I want them to find a way to build that animosity back up between those two organizations because I think it would be good for the sport.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for the sport too. I was just thinking about like the possibility of a robbery, and we see like Anthony Davis versus Kristaps Porzingis because that's what it's going to be. Like I was just thinking, I was like, oh wait, who do the Celtics have? The Tom Lord? Yeah, him and eight. Nope, they don't have him no more. He's gone. He's shipped off, and now it's going to be AD versus KP or AD versus Big Al, like down low. Obviously, LeBron versus Tatum is going to be great. They're going to milk the hell out of that. Uh the LeBron and Tatum comparisons are going to be a thing. I can see if this is all, of course, if the Lakers and Celtics make it to the finals, right? But I'm just saying, think about it. Like they're going to be milking LeBron and Tatum. They're going to be milking LeBron and AD versus Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're going to be like rightfully so. But yeah, man, it's going to be that's going to be wild. The hypothetical of that is already scary enough for me because good lord, the glazing, bro. The
I just
glazing.
need a little bit. I mean, I really want to see these guys get back into it because, like, kind of going to the football side of things, I was watching my Ravens and the Steelers, and even though it was a good game, the rivalry feel wasn't the same how it used to be back then. And I'm just like, man, I kind of miss that in sports
Mhm.
where you got those two teams that just hate each other. Like, and with the Lakers and the Celtics with so much history and with something so much special on the line. And let's be real, it's not like these guys just got, 17 championships as organizations. These two teams are good enough to do it again. And I think that's one of the most intriguing things that we could actually see history and I'm excited, bro. I'm just like, man, let me ask you this. Let's say, because we're talking hypothetical, but let's say hypothetically, LeBron was under this umbrella when it happened. What do you think that does for his legacy overall? When we talk about the GOAT, does that change anything, do you think, in people's eyes?
No, it's gonna change it in some people's eyes, not to me, because I'm just gonna be like, he just because what are they gonna say? Like, are you asking me like if the Lakers like made it to the finals and this actually happened and then LeBron lost, like would I look at him as any lesser of a GOAT than I already look at him? Is that what you're asking? Like,
Yeah. Or
no,
or
I
or
wouldn't.
more or more. I mean, like if he was a part of this history, if he actually was a part of getting the Lakers their 18th championship, and
Hmm.
that'll be his fifth ring.
Hmm.
I mean, that doesn't move LeBron up the totem pole for all the naysayers.
It would
What else could you be
probably
asking for?
It would probably like a storyline perspective or like a because you would think like okay he got drafted to the city that he was born in, he left and won two championships for Miami and then came back and fulfilled his promise to win that championship and then he won a championship in the same year after Kobe
Right.
Bryant passed away for the Lakers and was Finals MVP in that series, although it was the bubble and COVID all that, and then he wins another one to secure the Los Angeles Lakers 18th championship and put them ahead of the Celtics in the race. Yeah, it would probably move a lot of people, right? If you look at it from that perspective. Like, but for me, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, a lot of things would have to go right for that, right? Anthony Davis, because in my head, if this series goes down, Anthony Davis is going to be the Finals MVP if the Lakers win, because no one is stopping that man on the Celtics. KP is not stopping him. Al Horford may contain him for a game or half of a game, but like he's not overall throughout a series. I don't see Al Horford stopping Anthony Davis. So I would see Anthony Davis winning that Finals MVP, and then
Right.
he'd be more his LeBron would get like that Robin role, but I don't know. Like I just don't see LeBron coming out like as dominant in this Finals as he would have been in his last 3 or last 4.
Word.
So we'll see.
I got you. Let's bring our Players Choice family up. JC is in the building. Let's bring Jalen in the building. Hold on. Let
What's
me get him
good?
up.
What's good?
Yeah.
What's good, family? Hold on. Let me get you up on this screen
Oh, there
where
we
you
go.
need
There
to
we
be.
go.
There we go. What's happening, family?
Man,
Jalen.
what's up, ZZ? What's up, Seven? Love y'all.
What's
What
going
you
on, brother?
doing? You guys are spreading that Laker love, but for real, I ain't even
Talk
a
to us.
Lakers fan. Let's keep it real.
Talk
Shout
to
out
us.
LeBron James.
Uh-huh.
Well, we gonna be a Laker fan till he there, but once he gone, I'm gone too. Ain't gonna lie. Once he gone, I'm gone too. You know what I mean? But this is what's gonna happen. Lakers about to win that chip. LeBron get number 5, and the discussion I'm having, he's already the GOAT by a mile. Is LeBron James the greatest athlete to ever exist? If he's the greatest athlete to ever walk planet Earth, is the conversation I'm gonna have. You talk about longevity, dominance in the sport, getting that 5 championships, rings with 3 different teams, or it's going to be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So, I mean, look, this team, I always say, I think the Lakers can go 8, 9, 10 deep. You got the starting 5 with D'Lo, Austin Reeves, LeBron. I'm thinking, they got LeBron, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Anthony Davis, and that 4 is going to be 20-year Prince. They might have Vanderbilt, depending. Rui, 6th man off the bench. You got Gabe Vincent coming off the bench. Jackson Hayes, love what he's kind of bringing to the table.
Yeah, he's on it. He's on it.
And Christian Wood, for the price they got him, he can give you 15, 20 on any given night, anytime. If Anthony Davis needs to sit out a game, I think he can come in, obviously defensively, big drop-off. He can come in and get you 15 to 20 a night easily. So I think the Lakers are locked and loaded. The only thing that's going to worry me, obviously, is father time with LeBron James. That can happen quick. Father time is undefeated. LeBron is trying to beat him. But I mean, he is undefeated and will stay undefeated. But LeBron James, I've always kind of thought, even the past few seasons, that he would be a guy. Even the regular season won't be the best player in the league, but in a 7-game series, he can still be the best player in the league. But against Denver, even when he gave it his all in that game 4, you saw what he did. He looked like the best player in the floor in the first half.
Wasn't enough.
But that second half, the juice wasn't there, right? So
and then Jokic was like, "Let me have it."
Yeah, 100%. Jokic should let me have it. But you give LeBron the right help in that right series. I think LeBron can still be that guy in the playoffs. Now, he's going to give it to you for all 82 at this age. We ain't going to do that. We got to understand the players that hit 21st season. We're talking guys like Vince Carter average a couple points. Kevin Garnett average a couple points. Who else was it? It was Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett. Who else played this many series? This many years in the league.
Dirk played 20 or 21.
I think Dirk
21, or was it 19? Dirk played.
I had a list. I'm gonna find this list. I had a list here coming. I'll find a list. It was a crazy stat. Their thing. So I mean, but him, Anthony Davis, can we really trust in the big moment? This is the problem. Anthony Davis, we know what it is. He'll go through stretches where he looks like the best player in the league, right? Defense, arguably the best defender in the league. Rim protecting, versatility, all that. Offensively, he has games where he gives you 35, and then he had games he disappears and gives you 14 points. So that's something we need to fix. D'Lo, again, he looked good in the preseason. He looked to take smart shots, look good. But is he going to show up in the playoffs? Because last season, if D'Lo shows up against Denver, I think that could be a different thing. He was a complete no-show. Anthony Davis could have been better. So D'Lo's going to be big. Rui looked phenomenal in preseason. But again, it's preseason. I don't want to get too hype on preseason. A lot of players be looking in preseason, right? Because people forget when the brights are the brightest. And in LA, that LA playoff pressure different. That's what people don't understand. And it's different. And then you got the LeBron media pressure. That's what people don't understand. Sometimes you could be good in Charlotte. You could be good in Charlotte in the first round, but that Lakers spotlight different. That's what people got to realize. You really have to be built different, a different type of star to excel with the Lakers come playoff time. So these guys got to step up. But I got the Lakers over the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 in the finals. And they're going to probably they're going to win the West. They're going to win the West, be a top 4 seed during the regular season. Then come playoff time, they're going to do what needs to be done.
Let me ask you something, Jalen. I want to talk real quick about Jeanie Buss. A woman in this game who's had her ups and her downs. And, she's won championships before. But what do you think it does for her legacy if she's a part of, getting this 18th banner for the Lakers organization? What does that say about her?
I mean, look, she came into a situation, obviously following up After her father passed away, incredible success. They had a little bit of that family situation, right? They had to deal with that. And she took control, had some down years, and she got the chip. She signed LeBron James, and now a second chip just kind of validates it. Because one championship, a lot of great teams can win one championship, but you get that second one under your belt, like, okay, she's a real deal. She made the right moves. She made Pelinka the GM. You could say that was, hey, at first when Magic Johnson left, people wanted Pelinka gone. Even after that first ring, when he kind of blew it up, people wanted Pelinka gone. So for her sticking with him doing the moves that he did, I think it kind of validates that. It just kind of validates her as her own entity. She's not going to just be Dr. Buss's daughter. You know what I mean? She's going to be Jeanie Buss, right?
I like that.
Hey, and shout out Jeanie Buss, man. At 62, she's worth 60. That's a fine aged wine. That's a fine aged wine.
Yeah, she was a Playboy, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Yeah,
she was in Playboy. She was in Playboy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you didn't see that? Oh, Google Jeanie Buss Playboy ZZ. You can see.
Yep.
You can see what she was working back
What
in
do you
the day.
What do you think, ZZ, bro, about her legacy as far as Jeanie Buss goes? If she's a part of winning getting the 18th banner for the organization.
I think her legacy will be pretty solidified. I think it'll become more of the Buss family instead of just Dr. Buss and all that he did in terms of building it all up and going after Magic and grabbing Kareem and changing everything into the Forum and the Showgirls. All of that will just become its own Buss family like entity, and that's how we're gonna remember. We're gonna look at them like I don't know how you look at the McMahons in the WWE. Like, it's like not just Vince. There's Stephanie. There's Shane. And so in this case, Jeanie would be Stephanie. Yeah. So she's gonna. It'd be good. I feel like it'd be good. Good for her, at least.
No doubt. What do you think, bro, is the biggest challenges this season? I know we kind of talked about this on the last episode, but what would be the biggest obstacles for the Lakers to get it done this particular season?
I mean, look, the West is loaded. The West is absolutely loaded with talent. A lot of great teams. Denver, it's a great team. The Phoenix Suns, great team. The LA Clippers went healthy, great team. Sacramento Kings made a big step last year, great team. Golden State Warriors, they're still the Warriors. They still got Steph there. Even the team like Dallas. Anytime you have Luka and Kyrie, that level of talent, even though the team is flawed, it's a team that you don't ever want to take for granted. OKC, young up and coming. There's gonna be no easy games. Even Portland, after the trade, they got deep, right? They got a lot of players in the rotation now. So I don't think they'll be winning a ton, but you're gonna have to show up every night. You're not gonna get nights off in the West, right? So the Lakers, it's gonna be a battle. They're definitely again, I think they're a top 4 seed in the West. And once you get in the playoffs, then I still think that playoff jump with LeBron James is a real thing. Regular season gonna be cool, but playoff LeBron is still playoff LeBron. People forget the way he was playing before that injury. He looking like a top 5, definitely top 10. People trying to get LeBron out of the top 10. Y'all crazy. Y'all really forget what he was doing before that foot injury. Played phenomenal. The point guard playmaking, scoring 30 a night. He was doing this thing. So healthy LeBron at this stage coming back. Lakers are going to be out. But toughest thing, just the league is just so talented and so many great teams.
Yeah.
I think coaching going to play such a role too, Jalen. Like Darvin Ham, even though he's a fairly new coach, like I think he's going to have to really cross his T's and dot his I's this season. Like he can't make the types of mistakes that he was making consistently last year when we talk about rotations and lineups. Like I hope he really knows what he's doing with this squad that he got, because we really do got a chance to do something special.
I'm with you. In the words of Damo, don't be a terrorist, Darvin Ham. Don't be a terrorist. Stop playing LeBron at the 5. He's not 280 Miami LeBron. Stop playing LeBron at the 5 at this point, right? You got Jackson Hayes, as the backup guy. You got even, Christian Wood. You probably maybe even put Christian Wood at 5 when Anthony Davis needs a rest. You got AD at the 5. So yeah, put the right rotations in there. Yeah, call the right timeouts. But yeah, Darvin Ham hopefully learn from the mistakes he made going into his second year. I think he'll be all right.
Let me bring the homie Bit up for a quick second before we get into our next subject, see what he got to say about our topic of discussion. Bit, what's happening, my G?
Yo, what's good, OG? What's good,
Z? What's good? Salute to you.
How y'all doing?
Well, we cooler, bro. Real quick, Bit, before we jump into our next segment of the show, what's your thoughts on the Lakers chasing history, man, getting this 18th banner before the Celtics. Do you see that as being a reality or not?
Of course, especially when you got Tatum and Jaylen Brown in Boston and that's going to choke every year. We got that in the bag. We got that in the bag. I'm not even worried. Especially yesterday. You see the depth we got. You see LeBron can just chill, turn it on when he wants to. You see AD got that jumper back. He is not hesitating when he get it on three. He catching that thing and letting it fly. Well, it's looking good. Right. It's looking good.
Oh, that AD jumper is a good point. I feel like this last year might have been a little. Obviously, 2020 bubble was an anomaly in terms of shooting. He'll never shoot like that again in his career. That was just kind of, every now and then players get hot. He got hot. I don't think he'll shoot as bad as he did last year from three, in the mid range. So I think we'll find a nice medium here where we can be confident in a shot.
I hope so. I sincerely
you see AR. You see AR ready to play every time he steps on the floor. He ready.
On which
Bit, what do you think about another team surpassing the Lakers? You think anybody will be able to catch up with the Lakers as far as the amount of championships other than Boston? Will there ever be another team to win as many championships as these organizations?
Unless you put like Wemby on OKC or something, I don't really see it.
I mean, the real answer is real answer is no. It's just because they won so many other championships in a time when the league was, with the Celtics, they had 8 teams when Celtics were doing their thing. They won a ton, and even the Lakers, right? It was less parity in the league, less talent. So it's just a lot of time in every sport. You have the same thing in hockey with the Montreal Canadiens, won a ton, before in like the black and white era, right before color TV and all that. So during those times, early times of these leagues, you're gonna have a team that dominates, collects a lot of championships. So for a team to win that, to catch up to them, it means that you would need like 2 to 3 generational players right after the other, right? So you would need a Tim Duncan for 20 years and win 5. Then you would need a Steph Curry in the same organization for 20 years and win 4 or 5. And then you would need like a Kobe Bryant again after that, win 5 in 20 years. It requires too much.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
What's your thoughts, easy about it, bro?
Like shit with Wemby.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a team that can win, or at least you would have to make it to the finals like 8 straight years and not only own your conference but own the league. Like, no, I don't think that there's a team that can do that. The only other team that I think that could come close to at least making a good solid attempt at it might be OKC with their young pieces, or it could be like Jalen alluded to with Wemby in San Antonio. Like, he could be the start of something new for San Antonio. And then they're already at 5 championships to their franchise. So Wemby can add to that. Maybe then later on down the line, I think that a lot of people are going to be intrigued with playing with that 7'3" unicorn giraffe thing. So they're going to be intrigued, and then they're going to be like, oh, what about if Jaylen Brown is disgruntled in Boston? This is only an example, but like, oh yeah, I want to play with Wemby. Screw it. Let's have some duo action, and then San Antonio can win another 2-3 right there with that tandem and put the right pieces around them or whatever. But outside of that, yeah, I don't see any other team really making
even your boys. You'll see your boys catching up. Golden State.
I don't think that the Warriors, because of their young assets, or at least where they plan on going for the future, I don't think they're going to be on pace to win a lot after Steph and Clay and Dre are gone. Like, I think it's going to take a couple more draft picks and the right GM, of course, around, because with Bob Myers being gone and stuff like that, certain acquisitions may not be made as to how great they were when he was making them.
Right.
New ownership, all of these things. Like, so the Warriors are going to have probably like a 4 to 5 year stretch of just straight mediocrity and just hoping to play the lottery luck and, hoping to get someone. But yeah, so if they play their cards right, yeah, but who knows? We'll have to see.
People thought the Bulls.
Bit, can you rejoin this bit on the segment? We're gonna have a segment where we want to recap what happened last night. Could you rejoin us a little bit later on the show and help us recap the game last night between the Lakers and the Nets?
Yes, sir. What time?
Give us about 10-15 minutes. I'll bring you back up because that's gonna be one of our last topics of the show.
For sure.
All right, appreciate you, my G.
All
right, people. This is LAKERLAND. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the Players Choice platform, join the membership, and become a member of the Players Choice platform, man. We are live in Lakerland. We got Jalen in the building. Shout out to our brother Light Out, who's out in Cancun right now, showing off. He'll be back with the team in a couple of weeks. Zizi, you got any announcements before we get into our next topic?
No, I don't think I have any outside of just looking around the league. Is this where we're doing the irrelevant segment, or are you just asking like general announcements right now?
No, because I'm about to go into the next segment. I just didn't know if you had any like general announcements before we go into it. I'm about to go ahead and spin the Laker wheel in a second.
Oh no, smash the like button. That's about it. Just violate the like button. Look at the like button. And if it isn't liked up, that's a problem. Like it up. Thank you. That's my announcement.
All right, man. Let's get into our Lakerland wheel. Let's spin it and see what we're going to talk about next. Let's get into it.
Wait, yesterday. Can we spin it again?
Like too much.
I thought D-Lo was your boy.
D-Lo ain't my boy. He ain't my boy. D-Lo y'all's boy.
I thought D-Lo was your boy, yo. Let's talk about D-Lo, man. D'Angelo Russell. All eyes on D'Angelo Russell. Were you not impressed with what you saw, what you've been seeing in the preseason from D'Angelo Russell? Why you capping, Easy?
I'm not capping. I'm just being prepared. I'll call it being cautious, if you will. I'm not doing that. That's great. If I see Ben Simmons make a three-pointer in the preseason or before a game, I know damn well that the chances of this happening in a game, him hitting 3 straight threes, pretty slim. D'Angelo Russell is doing great in the preseason. Phenomenal. But there's a reason why there's discourse among Lakers fans as to what really is going to end up happening with D'Lo if he's still going to be with this team by the deadline. Because that's how it is with D'Lo. You're going to get either the D'Lo that can give you a solid 15 points in less than 20 minutes, or the D'Lo can give you a solid 8 points in 30 minutes on 3 of 12 shooting, and you're wondering why he can't hit a shot, or why he can't hold on to the ball, or why he looks lost if he doesn't have the ball, or what's his purpose if he doesn't have the ball in his hand. What is his purpose on the game? Because is it going to be on the defensive end? There's a lot of things. So for D'Lo, for me, I'm like, okay, I have to see a really solid stretch of good games from D'Lo before I'm like, okay, yeah, D'Lo done figured it out. Not 2 games in the preseason. Granted, congratulations, he did well, but it's going to take a little bit more to move me. That's it.
You know what I love about this conversation that you're trying to have with me, Zizi? It's like you just totally disregarded the offseason. You totally disregarded these first couple games of the preseason that we watched D'Angelo Russell. Everything that you're sitting here to the American public complaining about, this guy has actually worked on. You're still living in the past of what we witnessed
worked on it
last season. Absolutely. You got to give this man credit for trying to right his wrongs. What you're saying is absolutely true if we're talking about last year. But you, again, just disregarded this whole offseason, and you in the eye test. What did the eye test tell you last night? The Lakers had 23 pointers last night, right?
Yes.
They can shoot the 3-ball. They could definitely shoot the 3-ball.
Yes, they Cam Thomas almost beat the Lakers by himself last night. That's what I saw. Because it was a hell of a game from the net side of the ball, but I know we can't talk about them yet, and I don't think that we're gonna have a net show at all. But nonetheless, I will say, yes, I understand what you're saying. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Trust me, I'm trying my hardest not to hate right now as a Warrior fan on a Lakers show. I'm trying my hardest, but let me just say, I digress. D'Angelo Russell has put in work. I've seen a lot of times throughout D'Angelo Russell's career where he has put in work in the offseason. He has answered, certain questions that people had going into the season as to if he still deserves a starting spot on a team or not as their point guard. And he proved himself in Brooklyn for that one little stint, had a nice little solid run, put together an all-star performance type season. He's been on other teams since then, including my Warriors.
Took him to the playoffs. Why you keep doing that? He took him to the play. See you playing games. You want to talk incomplete this evening?
Took who?
Brooklyn.
Oh, he
I
did
said
Brooklyn.
he
Yeah, he
took
did
Brooklyn to the
He did
play. I
Brooklyn
said he
playoffs.
took him to the
No, you
playoffs.
said
And then
All
he had his
Star.
all-star
Come on,
season.
man. Come on. You
No,
being
I'm
funny.
with
Jalen,
CZ though.
yeah, let
It's
me ask
like
you
that.
this, Jay. Talk to me,
Sorry.
Jalen. Talk to me.
Yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
But the thing with D'Lo, I understand ZZ's reservations here. I mean, D'Lo's had 3 playoff runs. In all those playoff runs, he has been a playoff dropper. His shooting percentages drop, his points per game drop. In the past 2 with Minnesota and the Lakers, that shooting from 3 dips incredible, close to 8, 9%, 10% of some spots, 13, 12 points a game. Like, it's bad with his playoff as a playoff dropper. Obviously, what we've seen so far, it is preseason. He's looked good. He's looked fine. But D'Lo's looked good in a lot of regular seasons. Like, he shoots the ball, relatively well from 3 right now. He made smart decisions with the ball as a passer when he was playing with the Lakers. It's just the playoffs. So to me, what D'Lo does in the regular season is great. What he does in the preseason, that's cool. But I am going to have to wait with CZ and see what he does in the playoff because he has a bit of a small track record now of not showing up in the playoffs. So I'm just going to have to wait and see with him. So it's a wait and see.
It's tough. It's tough for me, Seven. It's tough for me. And you want to know what I slightly compare it to? Not fully, but like my it's a shame now because my expectations of D'Lo when come postseason time is not, oh, he can help this team. It's, oh, D'Lo, stop shooting. Like, pass the rock up. Like, you don't need the ball as much as you think you need the ball. Almost like how I'm expecting James Harden to shit the bed every single postseason. And I'm right every single time. I've been right for years now. And I say to myself, I'm not trying to hate. It's just I need James Harden to change the expectation that I have going in because a guy like a James Harden is really, really talented. A guy like a D'Lo is, one playoff series, great playoff series away from having an even bigger legacy than he has now because he may or may not be a Hall of Famer. And, that's basically off of if he can make the Hall of Fame if he has like a couple good playoff series for the rest of his career. Maybe something memorable. Not, oh, D'Lo was always good in the regular season, like solid, and then he just falls off a cliff in the postseason. That's not good. Like, I don't want to say that about this guy. Either they're going to say that or they're going to call him a snitch. Which one? Like, who knows? Like, it's not.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I got a problem with that. I had a problem with them bringing his ass back. I'm gonna keep it real for that reason alone. I'm gonna keep it 100. But let me ask y'all fellas this, and let's be real. Did Darvin Ham make the right decision to start him over a Gabe Vincent? Like, when you look at what we have to, kind of pick at the point guard position, was he not the right move to start?
You're definitely going to start him. I'm not going to start Gabe Vincent as much as Gabe Vincent looked good with the Miami Heat last year. I need to wait and see what Gabe Vincent too. Eric Spoelstra looks a lot of guys look good in that system. Eric Spoelstra is a significantly better coach. Yeah, he's a significantly better coach than Darvin Ham. You know what I mean? So with Gabe Vincent, that's a wait and see guy for me too. I want to see how he excels or how he plays with the Lakers. But D'Lo definitely a starting caliber point guard. Again, going to give you 15, 20 a night. He's probably going to average 16, 15 points a game. Probably 4 or 5 assists. Him and Reeves and LeBron probably going to share the ball handling duties. So that'll be an interesting dynamic to figure out, especially with him and Reeves. We know crunch time is going to be looks like a lot of LeBron. Probably Reeves as a secondary playmaker. And D'Lo, I think his 3-point shooting, being the best 3-point shooter out of the bunch, might turn to a little more of a spot-up shooter in some crunch time moments. But, he can definitely give you the points, give you a couple of assists, some playmaking when LeBron's on the bench or Reeves is on the bench. So he'll do his thing. Again, just want to wait and see what the playoffs. So he should definitely start for sure.
All right, people, this is LAKERLAND. We about to get into halftime of the show. Make sure, again, you smash that like button. We are rocking and rolling here at Player's Choice. We about to get into one of our last topics of today. And, of course, we got to chop it up, talk about what went down last night between the Lakers and the Nets. The Los Angeles Lakers was able to get a W in Brooklyn. Pretty good game. I was kind of surprised that Ben Simmons, he played pretty well for what it's worth. I'm watching Anthony Davis. He didn't play in the second half, and that's kind of how I wanted to be, fellas. I don't really want him to play in the second half of none of these preseason games, to keep it real with you. What was your thoughts on what y'all seen, if y'all seen the game last night between the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets?
I'm going to start off. I think with the Lakers, again, it is a preseason game. I don't want to look too much into it. But they all look good. Again, D'Lo was hitting his open shots. AD was hitting his jumper. LeBron still looked like he could, jump out the gym, still do LeBron things, attack the rim, control the ball. Rui played phenomenal. Rui's going to be touched for sixth man of the year. I think that's an award he's definitely capable of winning with the way he's playing. Reeves, we saw what he did in the playoffs, and going into this year, going to have a bigger role. Everything looks good. Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood. Even if Gabe Vincent is an 8th or 9th best player, the Lakers are in a really good spot. So look, they look good. Obviously, defensively, I think there's some things that should get better. But I think that's basically every team in preseason. They try out different starting lineups, different matchups. They're really figuring things out defensively, the schematics of it. So that'll come over time. A lot of these games were high scoring. Defense is the one thing that maybe a little worries a little with the Lakers, because we got Austin Reeves, we got D'Angelo Russell, we got LeBron in year 21. At the 40, you got Taurean Prince and AD. AD is the one phenomenal defender. LeBron's kind of the turn it off defender, basically the past decade almost, or, past 6-7 years. Taurean Prince definitely going to be a consistent, hustle guy, going to get you rebounds, going to work. Even if he gets beat, he's going to hustle. He's going to do the little things. Even like Jared Vanderbilt, you want to put him in the starting at the 4 instead some games. We know what Vanderbilt brings to the table. If Vanderbilt had any sort of jump shot, he would 100% be starting. It's just in a lot of series we saw him. The lack of that jump shot, he did get exposed a little bit. So that's a worrisome. But defensively, it's there. D'Lo and Reeves have to step up defensively. That's where they can make a big impact, especially a guy like D'Lo. If the shot's not falling, just to step up on defense. And a lot of times these guys, he has the athleticism. He's not a bad athlete. Just play hard. Just play hard. Because even Reeves, a lot of times where he's not the most gifted athletically. He'll never be an all NBA level defender, but he gives you that effort. That's all you can really ask. Just try to stay in front of your guys, move your feet, and contest. And if Reeves can do that consistently along with D'Lo, I think the Lakers will be in a good spot.
Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on LeBron, Jalen, last night? Was you impressed with what you seen from LBJ?
I mean, it's LeBron James. He does what GOAT's supposed to do. At year 21, still doing his thing. Hey, I've never seen an athlete be this close to beating Father Time. A human is not supposed to move like that at his size at year 21. This is some mythological stuff going on. Y'all better appreciate it, because we're not going to see him much longer. So stop the hate and enjoy it. Year 21, he still looks like he's 34, 35. He's still going to do his thing. Yes, he's going to be, he's not 2009 LeBron. He's not 2008 LeBron. You know what I mean? He's definitely going to get tired in the fourth quarters, but he still looks fine. He doesn't look like he's approaching 40 years old. So I'll take it.
I want to show y'all something about LeBron in a second. Bit, what was your takeaway, bro, from last night's game before I get ZZ's opinion?
It was just like I said before. It's just an all-around effort. We got more depth. We can switch the lineups up. I just want Gabe to hit a few more shots. That's really it. LeBron gonna be LeBron. You see him came down back-to-back threes for you. You see him hitting with the post fade. You know what LeBron gonna do. Hey, I already said AD jumper back. It's looking smooth. All we gotta do is just stay healthy, put in that effort on defense, just like we did last year.
Is LeBron?
Can we count on 23s?
What'd you say, Jamie?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The 40,000 point club for LeBron James. I think is he expected to hit it this year?
He'll probably hit that this year.
Yeah, I want to see where's he at right now.
Bit, was you impressed with the 23-pointers made from the Lakers last night?
Yeah, for sure. We got some shooting now. We just got. You remember I seen the clip floating around from last year when we had Pat Bev. He was like, last game we shot 25.
Yeah.
This game we shot 26. It's a major.
So we got better.
I'm just glad we got some shooting. That's all we really need. You got AD and LeBron, two people that can get to the rim and attack at will. So just put spacing around them. And all the people that we got make sense.
This was a close game, fellas. What was your takeaway, ZZ?
I ended up, I didn't even know the game was on last night, so I ended up just catching the highlights earlier. But it was pretty solid effort. Like you said, the 23 stood out to me because it's like, I think that a team, when a team is hitting on all cylinders like that, and then you think about how the potential of how good the Lakers can be defensively, that's the recipe for success right there. So it's like, and granted, Cam Thomas was cooking, bro. Like he
him and Austin Reeves was going at it for a minute.
Cam Thomas is him though. Cam Thomas is him as a scorer.
He
really is.
He is.
That's like research on Cam Thomas.
I cannot, like, the thing is that people tried to write that man off because they was like, okay, yeah, he can score, but he's not really moving anything defensively. He's not doing this if he doesn't have the ball in his hand. And I'm like, well, put the ball in his hand and let's see what he could do. Last night he was cooking, so I'm interested to see what Jacques Vaughn does with that. But we'll see when the season starts. But back to the Lakers. Everything looked pretty solid. I think the Lakers. Wait, hold on. Is that me? Is my mic fucked up? Hold on. No, I'm good. Anyway, if everything is clicking on all cylinders, the Lakers are gonna be fine. Like you said, you surround LeBron and AD, who are two willing drivers who are willing to put their head down and go to the rim and get fouled, even if they are selling the call or whatever, or can also willingly kick it out to shooters like Austin Reeves and D'Lo. Another thing that I think that the Lakers are gonna do when the season starts is, especially when games are down to the wire, I think that if they keep a lineup that sees LeBron, Austin Reeves, and D'Lo in the same lineup, I think Jalen might have alluded to it. Braun bringing the ball down the court late in games, making D'Lo essentially a catch spot up shooter, and then keeping Austin Reeves on his own island on the other side of the court, letting him cook in isolation if need be. So the Lakers have a lot of recipes, I think, that can really be successful like this season. A lot of lineups, a lot of rotations that you can look at and they can go to if they really need to go to it, like a defensive lineup rotation, a three-point shooting rotation, a clutch rotation, if you will, a rebounding rotation. They just have so many things they can do. I feel like they'll be pretty solid. So, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of size. The lineup's gonna get crazy.
We're gonna see.
I was impressed, bro. I was happy to see LeBron finally playing. But don't you think LeBron? You talk about him setting other people up. Don't you think it's like high time LeBron start playing more off ball?
No, he good.
It's up to Brian for real.
You can give him a little break for sure. I think so. He doesn't get as tired as much. I think Reeves can definitely play the point guard duties. D'Lo and LeBron has the basketball IQ. I think to play off ball, make the right cuts, things of that nature. So there'll definitely be spots. But in fourth quarter crunch time, I want the ball in LeBron's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, fellas, earlier today, some of the NBA general managers, they have voted on the best players at each position. And at the small forward position, I don't know if you guys saw this earlier, but they have Jason Tatum at number 1 at small forward. They have KD number 2, Luka number 3, and LeBron James as the 4th best small forward in the league right now. What's y'all fellas' reaction to this?
I know y'all mad as hell.
Crazy.
Hold up. What? Luka is the best small. Luka is number 1. Luka is number 1. Luka to me is the second best player in the league after Jokic. All right, he's going to be
really
Luka.
I thought Luka was.
I'm telling you, people don't understand. People forget what Luka was doing in the playoffs before he missed it this past season. He was carrying.
He missed it this last season.
Yeah, before 100% because injuries, things happen. The Kyrie trade didn't get time to gel, but Luka was him. We forget what he did against the Clippers. We forget what he was doing against these boys. Single-handedly having some of the greatest playoffs we've ever seen.
I remember him playing the Warriors and the Warriors putting his big ass in pick and roll action and making him get tired and more tired and more tired. And then we won in 5. So I was like, that's easy. Now there's Kyrie Irving there to help kind of take the load off. All they got to do is just reconstruct kind of a little bit more pieces on that team, find them a legitimate rebounding big and or a combination of that and defense. And they'll be solid. Like, they'll be really solid. Dwight Powell should not be in any more rotations for the Dallas Mavericks. I cannot.
The year they played Golden State? Was it
2022? 2022.
2022. When he averaged 31, 10, and 6.
When Andrew Wiggins absolutely murked him on national television.
Oh, look. 31, 10, and 6. 31, 10, and 6 is getting shut down.
Murked him on national television. He went up. Luka went up. And then Luka tried to flop in midair because he knew he was done. He knew he was wasted. GTA wasted. And then, boom, just dropped the hammer on his ass like Thor.
I thought Luka was a point guard. What is a small forward?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know who he outplayed in that series, ZZ? You know who he outplayed in that series?
Tell me who he outplayed.
Stephen Curry, stop playing with me.
So let me
He outplayed
so
Stephen
let
Curry.
me-
He was the best player on the court. He was the
so
best
let me
player
ask
on the
you.
court.
So let me ask you this question, Jalen. If the roles were reversed and say the team across from Luka is 2021 Steph, the one that led the league in scoring because it was just him and no one else, right?
Yep.
You think how many points you think he'd average against that team? Because it ain't like Luka gonna guard his ass. So tell me who's gonna stop Steph from doing the same thing Luka did to him.
Oh,
No
sure.
one.
No, 100%. Steph would have done his thing. Dorian Finney-Smith would have gave him a little trouble.
Of course, Luka's gonna average more points than Steph when the main Luka is the only source of offense for that team, which he was. That's why they went out and got Kyrie Irving.
Even the playmaking, though, the passing. I think Luka as a
Luka was
playmaker is a
doing
better
his thing.
playmaker.
He just
passer.
couldn't hold it. He just looked like a cone on defense. Everything offensively was perfect.
When you have that much of a load
defensively,
offensively, when you have that much of a load offensively to carry, you can't play a lot of elite level defense. But I know Steph Curry fans ain't talking about defense. We know Steph Curry fans ain't talking about no defense. You talking about a guy we hiding on defense, put him in a corner, get him out the way of any play to stop. Ain't no 160-pound chicken wing.
I 100% trust Steph Curry's defense over Luka's. I'm sorry.
We're just having a mid-off.
ZZ, who's the best small forward in the league? You agree with this, ZZ, with Jason Tatum at the top?
See, here's my thing, because I understand the Jason Tatum love, but it's like, bro,
how? I don't understand it. You gotta explain it to me.
Because you got to think the Celtics are at the top of the Eastern Conference. The Celtics have been relevant for years in terms of contending for a championship. We've been watching Jason Tatum grow up on this team. Essentially, he had a kid along the way, so it's like, bro, he's got the media love all on deck. He averaged close to 30, I think, if not more, last season in the regular season. He was, phenomenal. I think it was the best season of his career. So I understand all of that logic. He played a handful amount of games as compared to Kevin Durant and LeBron.
Right, 7. Right, OG.
So averaging 30, what was it, 38 or 39, 5 on 47%, 35% from 3, 85% from the line. Yeah, I can see why they want. I can see why. Now LeBron was averaging 30 as well, right? LeBron was also averaging 30. The difference was he played less games than Anthony Davis. So I don't know if that is enough to qualify you as the best small forward in the league. Y'all tell me. Just because it's LeBron, we're gonna be like, nah, let it slide. Because if he did play,
I can understand that. I just feel like. Who you think? You still think Tatum was better in the playoffs?
Yeah. I think Tatum's inconsistencies obviously looked a lot worse at times, but LeBron was shooting horrifically from 3 in the postseason.
He was.
That was a holy hole in his game. The same thing, Jason.
But it was the equivalent of how Russell Westbrook, when he gets cold and he just keeps shooting, and we're like, Russ, stop shooting. That's how it was for LeBron, except only from 3. We were like, Bron, just drive in, just go for it range, go for a floater, do something different. Don't pour this 45-foot 3. Just don't do it.
I think a lot of threes were because of his injury. I don't think he'd want to.
I agree with that. So yeah, I don't know. I think that Kevin Durant still is in contention for best small forward in the league just from his scoring alone last year in the regular season alone. It was historically great. Historically great efficiency wise, especially from the mid-range. I think he might have solidified his best mid-range scorer ever last season alone because of what he was doing. But
this is unbelievable.
Yeah,
this is unbelievable,
but
bro.
Only one that's really questionable.
I'm telling respectfully,
I don't know why
you need to be drug tested, bro.
You gonna tell me it's LeBron? You gonna tell me it's old man James? You gonna tell
James?
All I'm saying is, what does the eye test tell you on a night in, night out basis, regular season and postseason, even after April? LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Jason Tatum. Who can you rely on the most?
LeBron James.
Yeah, obviously, we're gonna go with LeBron James, but I'm gonna show love to Jason Tatum too. That's a 25,
not more than KD
a night. I get it. Look, I'm taking still at this point, year 17, KD still look good. A healthy KD, I'm still taking KD as a scorer. But as an overall player, Jason Tatum is a really good defender. I don't know all what, but he's a very
Jason
good
Tatum.
defender.
Jason Tatum might be the best perimeter defender out of the three of them. I think he is
100%. He without a doubt. So it's like,
what are we? That whole group. Like, what are we taking? You want LeBron for him to be what, gassed by the start of the fourth quarter? You want that? Do you want Jason Tatum to actually show up to the game and not have another foot injury at the age of 40 years old? Tell me what you like. The nostalgia effect.
Let me tell you something, Z. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something, bro. If Kawhi Leonard is on the basketball court, I'm going with Kawhi over Jason Tatum.
I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad at that at all, Seven. I'm just saying that's if it was a fifth, James Harden would pour it all over a stripper. We don't have time for that. We don't have any time for that whatsoever. So we're going to focus on what is on the court, which is
he more than doubled Kevin Durant, bro. Last year, KD got 45% of these votes from the GMs of the NBA. 45%. It went down to 20%, and Jason Tatum has more than double. Like, I don't understand what they going off of. And I'm going to be honest, I even predicted that he may have an MVP season. I'll give him that. But to say that he's by far kind of sort of the best small forward in the league, bro, I don't understand it.
I think it's the availability, him being there, still relatively young age with LeBron and KD, year 21 and 17. There's some skeptic about it, right? So I think that's
just because of the availability factor. Yeah, I guess you can say.
Yeah, look, if Tatum is the best, exactly.
Give me go, James. I don't want to hear no Tatum. That boy ain't got no mid range. Could barely finish at the rack. Man, I ain't trying to. Let me go, James, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. It just blew my mind, bro. I'm gonna keep it real when I saw that. Then they had the ESPN's top 100 list came out. 100 best players came out. I didn't get a chance to actually see that, but I see people up in arms at that, so I'm interested to see how that play out.
They said Brian not top 10.
Crazy. People gonna learn. People gonna learn. LeBron's still a top 10 player in the league. AD,
he's still top 10. Easy.
No doubt. All right, LAKERLAND, it is just about a wrap. We are about to sign off in a minute or two. We definitely appreciate so much you coming chopping it up with us tonight. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe again to the Players Choice platform. Join a membership. Become a family member of the Players Choice platform. Jalen, bro, I appreciate you taking time to rock out with us tonight. For sure.
Yes, sir, dog.
Yes, sir, my boy Jalen.
Yeah, man. Y'all doing your thing, man. LAKERLAND. Gotta show them love while we still can. We're gonna go back to being a Raptors fan, though, real quick. Raptors fan, once LeBron, it's gonna be a sad day once LeBron leaves, but enjoy it while he's here.
That's
enjoy it while it's here. Y'all violate the like
coming
button
through,
too.
Yes, sir, OG.
No doubt.
All right,
I appreciate you coming through, my
All right,
G.
brother, man. Appreciate you,
yes,
dog.
sir. Y'all be safe already.
You do the same, bro.
Sir,
Hopefully
you
we
too,
see
you
you
too.
Sunday, man.
What time Sunday? Same time?
Yep.
Yeah, but every Sunday we are live here on Players Choice at 1:00 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for 2 hours, and on Tuesday we're locked in for an hour at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys tap in with us on Sunday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern for our full show. We're gonna be turning it up a notch, man. Already. All right, guys, everybody, y'all stay safe. Salute to LAKERLAND. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Irvin K, Nuggets fan. I see y'all in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that joined LAKERLAND this evening. Big
Shout
up
out
to
Urban K,
y'all,
always
man.
showing love, man. Urban K always showing love in other shows.
No doubt. For sure. Sergio,
people think he's a bot.
Building.
People think he's a PC bot. But shout out Urban, man. You a real deal, man. You a real deal.
He's a real one. He's a real one. See my dog, Sports Game Vision. All right, man. We about to sign off, man. Y'all stay safe. And we'll catch y'all Sunday in LAKERLAND here on Players Choice. I'm Seven Mitchell.
Sir.
That's ZZ. We out, y'all. Y'all stay safe. Peace.
Peace.